Now on CoastTV News.
Could out-of-towners lose their voice in committees and task forces in Rehoboth Beach? CoastTV News delves into the city's policy review and what it means for community involvement. With the sea level's relentless rise, Fenwick Island evaluates protective measures. Learn about the proposed bulkhead solutions and the challenges they face. The Dewey Beach Town Council dives into the budget, discussing changes that could affect you. Understand the implications of Dewey Beach's fees and what's in store for the next 5 years.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Living outside of Rehoboth Beach, but helping make its decisions. Good evening, I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Britt Leone. Welcome to our Coast TV News at 6. We're starting tonight with the city of Rehoboth Beach, considering changing who can take part in city government.
New today, the city of Rehoboth Beach just voted to eliminate out-of-towners from being able to serve on town advisory committees and vote on the citywide issues. The mayor says advisory committees used to only be open to people who owned property or businesses in the city, but a past administration changed that policy. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is in our newsroom. Elisa, Mayor Mills mentioned Rehoboth Beach is the last of the coastal towns to allow out-of-towners on committees.
Mallory, the mayor says people who live or own businesses in Rehoboth Beach have been wondering for years why people who do not live or work in the city are allowed to make important decisions. Jeremy Pringle lives in Lewis but works at Coral Cove in Rehoboth Beach. He thinks Rehoboth's decisions are best made by people who call the nation's summer capital home.
I moved from a place that was also a summer resort area where part-timers were making decisions, and needless to say, some of the decisions were not helpful to the full-time community.
The city of Rehoboth Beach says for the past few years, people who live in the city or own businesses in Rehoboth Beach wondered why those who don't live here or own property here are allowed to shape government decisions.
And up until a few years ago, all the membership on the lesser committees was in-town folks by way of being an owner, property owner, or resident. The last administration, they changed the policy. They expanded the membership on these lesser committees to out-of-towners.
The city says out-of-towners were not supposed to be able to vote, but chairs have unintentionally allowed it. Mayor Mills says the purpose of the policy change is to eliminate the confusion on who can and cannot vote. Some Rehoboth Beach residents tell Coast TV they are pleased the city is listening.
Absolutely, I think it's a good idea because people that own businesses and live here, most likely full-time here, and they know the issues that the town might have, and I think that's a good idea.
The city says out-of-towners will still be able to serve on task forces. Mayor Mills told me if the majority votes in favor of changing the policy, it will most likely take effect immediately. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. The task force for Rehoboth Beach is responsible for specific topics they're instructed by the committee to find information on. The committee presents the information found by the task force to the mayor and city commissioners at city meetings. Task forces will remain open to out-of-town people, but the committee won't. And that brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do you think that out-of-towners should be allowed to serve on coast town committees? Let's take a look at the updated results.
Yeah, so far it looks like a lot of you are strongly opposed, 83% saying no and only 17% saying yes. Yes, if you have an opinion on this, you can still vote at WRDE.com or on the mobile app. We're going to show you those updated results later in the newscast. If you love something, you've got to protect it, and the town of Fenwick Island is trying to do just that. Protect the town for the future generations. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how Fenwick Island is trying to keep itself above water.
It's no secret. The town of Fenwick Island is surrounded by water. But now something is happening on the bayside. Flooding.
Unquestionably, something has to be done because this water's going to keep coming.
Flooding has been an ongoing issue, and now the town and DENREC are talking long-term solutions. A lot of them surround bulkheads, which are typically wooden barriers that separate any body of water from land. Some ideas were raising bulkheads, adding more bulkheads across Fenwick Island, or adding bulkheads behind riprap or stones that protect what's behind it. Tim Collins, who has lived on the bayside for years, says he's open to whatever can be done.
If it requires raising a bulkhead, You know, as long as there's some way to do that without it costing the taxpayers a fortune, you know, we'll do it.
Yvonne Lem says bulkheads won't stop the flooding caused by rainwater and isn't sure this will fix anything.
I really don't think there's a solution. As far as keeping the water out, this area, it started as marshlands and it's just staying marshlands.
The town tells me they're trying to be proactive now to help Fenwick Island be resilient for the future, but first they need to find grant money to help with some of these solutions. The next infrastructure meeting will be on November 14th. In Fenwick Island, I'm Carmen Holland, CoastTV News.
Happening tonight, President Biden will make his 10th trip this year to his North Shore's home in Rehoboth Beach. He is expected to arrive after 8 at the Dover Air Force Base, then make his way to our coast. The temporary flight restriction will be in effect until 10:45 a.m. Monday.
We're taking a live look now into Lewis with our tunnel and razor camera. Look at that gorgeous sky out there. Our first alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour, who joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. Yeah, we've certainly got a pretty gorgeous evening across Delmarva at this time. That is going to be changing as we head throughout the next couple of hours. But right now, as I take a live look out on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, a pretty decent evening. Yes, the clouds have started to build back in, but still quite comfortable. Still not raining out there just yet. Temp sitting right around 64 degrees in Rehoboth Beach right now. Live radar also not showing a whole lot going on. But as we pull out to a wider view, we can see there is rain knocking on our doorstep, crossing the Chesapeake Bay this evening. This rain going to reach the Route 13 corridor in just about an hour to an hour and a half, and then it's going to reach the coast slowly throughout the evening hours until about 8 to 9 p.m. That's when it will reach the beaches, and then we're going to be dealing with on and off showers throughout the remainder of this evening. We see that on our dog walking forecast. We're dry through about 7 to 8 p.m., and then after 8 p.m., that's when that wet weather really starts to move in. Overnight temps, they start to fall into the 50s. The good news is rain clears out for Saturday. I have details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. Happening now, the Delaware Department of Agriculture is concerned over iguanas that were given as a prize by a vendor at the recent Apple Scrapple Festival. Green iguanas, like the one you see on your screen, are considered exotic animals in the state, according to the department. The department says the iguanas could cause ecological harm. Additionally, reptiles like iguanas can spread salmonella and other types of bacteria. Anyone who received a green iguana at the Apple Scrapple Festival and no longer wants it is encouraged to contact the Poultry and Animal Health section.
Happening this weekend, Ocean City will do some fall hydrant flushing. The town says flushing is going to start this Sunday, October 22nd. And it says after flushing, your water might be slightly discolored. Town officials say flushing is expected to finish by the afternoon on Thursday, October 26th.
New today, the DMV's low-digit tag release begins on November 6th. The division says Tagapalooza 2023 will feature 5 days of online giveaways and 4 in-person events. Anyone interested in joining the online lottery to win a low-digit tag must register in advance. Officials say registration begins at 8 a.m. Monday, October 23rd. They say it will continue every day through November 2nd. You may register only once per driver's license or ID card.
Now, in your traffic news, Route 1 will be reduced from 3 lanes to 2 lanes on both sides, and Old Landing Road is going to have a single left turn lane closure. DelDOT says this will start Sunday, October 22nd. That's this Sunday at 7 p.m. The work is expected to end at 1 p.m. the next day, October 23rd, for the installation of a manhole.
9-foot road between Route 30 and Route 113 will be closed in Millsboro. DelDOT says the closure is expected to start this coming Monday, October 23rd. It will go through early December. DelDOT says the closure is due to the installation of 7 crossroad pipes. The agency says homeowners and businesses will have access to their property at all times.
Today, Dewey Beach Town Council voted unanimously in favor of an ordinance to amend a chapter relating to the lodging tax in town. It increases the lodging tax to 3%, which is the maximum the town is allowed to impose. This is for hotels, motels, and house rentals. The tax before was 2.5%. Town Council says, again, 3% is the maximum allowed, and the tax will help them fund different projects in town.
This year, and probably next year as well, we're devoting that same 50% of the lodging tax to the cost of the new town hall. So This is an important source of income for the town, but I think that we have made the decision to use it very productively.
The tax goes into effect in April of next year.
And speaking of taxes, if you have rented your property in South Bethany, you will need to pay rental tax. The town says the rental tax is 8% of your gross rental income. It's due by October 31st. The town says it mailed out rental tax forms in early September to all property owners who paid their application for the rental license declaration.
So we want to let you know that for some households that watch Coast TV News with an antenna, you might experience losing the over-the-air signal broadcasts on Tuesday, October 24th. There are some technical changes happening that day that might require this temporary outage. A simple rescan for available channels will get Coast TV News back on your television lineup.
We are just getting started on Coast TV News at 6.
Sussex Conservation District has launched its annual poster contest. We're going to tell you how students can enter the competition.
Well, it's a much nicer fall day on the way to the coast tomorrow. I'll have your forecast for those outdoor fall activities coming up in just a few minutes.
But first, a big crowd expected for Milton Zombie Fest Saturday. How it is giving local businesses a boost. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I love my basement. It's my space where I can get things done. Peace and quiet, privacy. Sometimes I work pretty late after my wife goes to bed.
Babe? Hey, babe?
Oh. Yeah?
Is there any water in the basement?
No, honey, everything's fine down here. No water. I don't see any water anywhere.
Ugh. Dry Zone can keep your basement safe and dry for all of your hobbies. Life can be scary. Your basement doesn't have to be. Contact us today.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Goons, goblins, and of course zombies are taking over downtown Milton in preparation for tomorrow's big Zombie Fest. The event is expected to bring in around 5,000 people, which has local businesses preparing for this rush. Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves shows us how the event benefits the entire Milton community.
Downtown Milton businesses are putting the finishing touches on their spooky decorations for Zombie Fest. The annual event that started as a small gathering for the Milton Theater has grown to thousands of attendees. Owner of the Dough Bar and Suburban Farmhouse says there is a lot of prep to be done ahead of time.
Definitely stocking up. We probably plan on doubling our inventory, because we've doubled our inventory because we're expecting to double our customers tomorrow, yes.
The Erie event hosted by the Milton Theater draws in visitors from all over, but it is an opportunity to shine the spotlight on all downtown Milton has to offer.
It's not just the people who regularly come here. We're also expecting a lot of people who will be coming for their first time in Milton, and they'll be able to check out the different businesses, see them for the first time, the different restaurants and retail stores that we have down here, and maybe the next time they visit, they will remember all the other businesses that we have here, and come to Milton more often.
A much-needed boost for small shops at a slower time of year.
It's nice. It's been an amazing thing to keep here in town, and I think we just need one every quarter would be great, just to keep people coming. Milton's tiny, but we're mighty.
Whether you're looking to practice your monster mash or join in on the crowd of zombies that will flood downtown Milton, that all starts tomorrow night at 4 p.m. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milton, Coast TV News.
Well, periods of showers will impact the weekend here along the coast. I'll time out when the best time for outdoor activities will be, coming up just after the break.
We just bought our first home. Sure, there's a lot to fix and money's tight, but thanks to my husband, we're keeping our spirits high and all our costs low. Because with him, the glass is always half full,
Babe, got it.
even if it's leaking.
You're always there for them.
Of course.
And we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
This is MJ Laughlin with IG Burton Chevrolet in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, and Berlin. It's truck season. Get 0% APR financing on 2023 Chevy Silverado trucks. We have over 100 in stock to choose from, all ready for immediate delivery. We also have low lease payments on our entire stock of Equinox, Blazer, and Trailblazer SUVs, like $259 per month on a new Chevy Equinox. Stop by any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin, or online at igburton.com. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
The closer you get, the further I fall. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Tune to 100.9% classic country or download the app to listen anywhere. NBC Nightly News. Weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always.
The Delaware Electric Cooperative family is proud to keep the lights on.
What a gorgeous evening here along the coast right now. That is going to change, unfortunately, though. We do have some wet weather on the way within the next couple of hours. Right now, Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. An absolutely gorgeous view of Ocean City this evening. Temps quite comfortable, sitting at 60 degrees right now. That is going to change. That scene is going to change as we head throughout the next few hours. By about 8 to 9 p.m., the rain will be coming down, and we're going to be dealing with quite a bit of wet weather throughout the overnight hours. Temps out ahead of the rain. Quite comfortable for mid-October. We're talking about temps near 64 degrees in Rehoboth Beach. We're sitting at 64 in Bethany Beach. It's 64 in Milton, 66 in Millsboro, 65 degrees in Georgetown currently, with the winds pretty light, still coming out of the south to southeast. Really nothing that is that big of a concern. Those winds will turn to more out of the northwest and get pretty gusty as we head throughout the week, and that's as some much cooler air starts to filter into the region. Right now, live radar, pretty quiet. That's not going to be the case within the next couple of hours. Wider view shows quite a bit of wet weather moving between the I-95 corridor and the Chesapeake Bay this evening. That is going to be moving on to Delmarva within the next hour. By probably about 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., it is going to be raining along the Route 13 corridor, and then by 9 p.m., it's going to be raining at the beaches along that Route 1 corridor. Then we're going to be dealing with rain showers throughout the remainder of the overnight hours as this cold front swings through the area. We can see that on our in-house futurecast at 11 p.m. this evening. The rain is coming down. Still a few showers lingering all the way through Saturday at 5 a.m., but the good news is, take a look at this. As we head towards Saturday afternoon, really Saturday mid-morning, 10 a.m., we're seeing the skies clear out. It turns into a pretty decent fall day. Get outside for those fall activities on Saturday. Unfortunately, a little bit more wet weather works its way onto the area as we head towards Sunday morning. So the worst weather for those daytime hours this weekend is going to be Sunday from about 8 a.m. until about noon. So cancel those outdoor plans early Sunday morning. Every other time frame, you're good to go. And then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast shows temps climbing throughout next week.
Thank you, Alex. It is never too early to start learning about protecting the environment. The Sussex Conservation District has launched its annual poster contest aimed at educating students in grades K through 12 about different conservation topics by choosing a unique theme for the contest each year.
This year it is one water being referring to the watershed and the importance of what the watershed brings to conservation in our state.
Poster entries can be delivered by mail, through email, or in person at the Sussex Conservation District office by October 27th. Winners will be sent to a national contest.
With hunting season now open, the Delaware Department of Agriculture Forest Service wants hunters to keep state forest land rules in mind. The department says here are some of the rules. Sunday hunting on state forest lands is banned. No permanent deer stands, platforms, ladders, or blinds may be constructed on state forest property. No off-road vehicles, registered or unregistered, are allowed due to safety, speed, and conflicts with other drivers on multi-use state forest trails and roadways. This includes the use of e-bikes, as the vehicle is considered to be motorized. Violators will be fined.
Delaware Division of Public Health says Sussex County Community Health Services is offering free flu vaccinations for those who need them. Vaccinations will be administered at the Seroptimist Park on Middleford Road in Seaford. That will take place on Tuesday, October 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The holiday season is going to be here before we know it, and that means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations from businesses and people just like you, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. And we do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications for that are due October 31st.
Join us here on Coast TV to watch Sunday Night Football. This Sunday, it's the Miami Dolphins versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. And then right after the game, we have your hyper-local Coast TV news to get you ready for the work week.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Happy Friday, sports fans. Our game of the night takes us to a Henlopen rivalry and rematch of last year's 3A state championship, as the Smyrna Eagles will face the Dover Senators. Last year, Smyrna topped Dover 52-7, so tonight the Senators are looking for revenge. The undefeated Senators have knocked off out-of-state opponents West Philadelphia and Curtis High School from New York. Dover had a signature win against the Sallies at home, and they are coming off a 24-14 victory over St. George's Tech. Tonight, the Senators are trying to beat the Eagles for the first time under third-year head coach Chip Knapp. Now to the home team. Smyrna off to an uncharacteristic start with a 2-4 record. The Eagles were tested in 2 losses by Pennsylvania powerhouses and fell just short against Middletown and the Sallies. In their 2 wins, they put up 48 against Appo, and last week outscored Cesar Rodney by 34. You'll hear these names a lot for the Eagles tonight: senior linebacker Cole Moyer and freshman quarterback Drew Marks. Tune in to this matchup live on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7 p.m. and check out highlights from football games around the peninsula tonight on the Final Score at 11 p.m. And Phillies fans, first pitch of Game 4 of the NLCS starts at 8:07. The Fightin' are looking to go ahead 3-1. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Your dirty vents may be telling you something. Pounds of dirt, dust, and contaminants are trapped in your air ducts. That's why you need a professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We've been cleaning air ducts the right way for over 25 years. Our NADCA certified technicians and powerful equipment clean your entire system, extracting the dirt into our trucks, removing it from your home completely. For better indoor air quality and improved HVAC efficiency,
call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
Toyota Tacoma. The off-road legend. Built for adventure and designed for longevity. Equipped for any terrain with the guts to be unstoppable. Right now, buy a Tacoma with 3.99 APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Monday on Coast Life, discover why skipping the hairdryer might be your best beauty secret. Get a first-hand look at Secret's new fall flavors in the exclusive Area 51 venue. Plus, step into luxury at the Peninsula. Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Cap
off the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 19th to the 22nd. Embrace fall with a variety of fun activities, including beach bonfires, corn maze, tractor rides, and pet and bicycle events. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy free family fun all day. Visit oceocean.com/sunfest for more.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Now through the 29th, you can take advantage of our Find Your New Boo Halloween promotion at the Brandywine Valley SPCA campuses, adoption locations, and at their events. That includes the Georgetown campus too. The SPCA says any large adult dog that are 40 pounds and 1 year old or older are included in this, along with adult cats 6 months old and up can be adopted with no fee. I know Mallory's happy about that. If you've been waiting to adopt, now's a great time to find your new boo.
Yeah, Britt, definitely excited about that. Don't know if I have any more room for any more cats right now, as you all know. But think pink, because hundreds of people gathered at Solero in Rehoboth Beach today for the Pink Affair. The brunch fundraiser included a live and silent auction, shopping, and more, and it was all to benefit Cancer Support Community Delaware. CoastTV's Madeline Overturf was the MC. Cancer Support Community helps those battling the disease and their caregivers right here in the First State. CoastTV is a proud sponsor of their work.
Coming up on Coast TV News at 11, some taxpayer money heading to Eastern Shore organizations focusing on youth drug prevention programs. How much money will be going towards those preventative trainings? That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
Well, we're still seeing some dry weather out the door this evening, but that is going to be changing as we head throughout the next couple of hours. The good news, though, is it does clear out by time we head towards Saturday morning. Saturday looking like a fantastic day for all those outdoor fall activities, but our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast shows wet weather moving back in early Sunday morning, 8 a.m. to noon. Probably want to cancel those plans the rest of the week, though. Next week looks fantastic with temps in the 70s.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.